我觉得可以成为一个人生的赢家才算成。当然，人生的赢家他不只是在某个领域上。
事业、家庭、生活每个方面得到自己想要的东西，得到自己的满足，
所以每天能很开心、很喜悦，这样算是成功。
From a very young age, we always had something. When you're 12 and 13, I didn't really know what that feeling was or how it was or where it would go. But I think my wife's sister said to me, she remembers when I was quite young, that I said, I'll marry your sister one day. I don't know how old I was.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends. A warm welcome to you all to T2 Cavern, where the T2 Asia Pacific Table Tennis League is underway. And tonight has promised to be another action-packed night with the T2 Round 2 competitions continuing to unfold. All right, without further ado, let's first check out the standings of the men's and women's and also teams as of right now. Check it out. So far, Chen is taking the lead in the men's group. This is the second half of the draw right there. Now, let's check out the women's side. Sun Yinsha from China, replacing Wu Yang right now, is taking the lead. And this is the bottom 6 as far as the situation is concerned. Now, let's check out the team standings. All right. As of right now, as I mentioned, Team Prison is taking the lead with 1,125 points earned. All right. Now, tonight, as I mentioned, has promised to be an action-packed night. We'll have 2 teams taking on the floor, featuring Team Mays and Team Rossi. All right. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Let's get a show on the road. Let's put our hands together for first team, Team Maze. Featuring Timo Boll, Alexander Shibaev, Chen An, Feng Tianwei, Yan Haiyun, and Hina Hayata. And captain is Michael Mays. Now, let's also equally warmly welcome the second team, namely Team Rossi, led by Yuk Roskov, featuring Dima Ovtcharov, Wang Chushin, Paul Drinkhall, Chen Yijin, Elisabetta Samara, and Gina Pota. And let's also now, ladies and gentlemen, put our hands together for our referee team, please, if you will. There you go. All right, folks. Will the two captains be so kind to step forward to join us for the coin toss? Let's see. Who are the first two players to give us their first battle right here? Gentlemen, Michael, good to see you again. York, there you go. Absolutely. All right, so let's give the option first to York this time, not Michael. Give it a shot.
Black, please.
Black, please. All right, let's do that. Sorry, Michael, your choice.
We'll start to see Chen An.
Chen An, great choice right there. Okay, York, your answer.
My answer is Dmitry Ovtcharov in the first match.
Wow, Ovtcharov, that's quite a match to be really looking forward to. Great, thank you. All right, the two gentlemen will be on the court very soon. Game one is about to start.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the T2 Asia Pacific League right here in the Pinewood studios of Southern Malaysia. I'm Gavin Rumgate, the 12-time Scottish champion, and I'm excited to commentate on this evening's match between Team Maze and Team Rossi. Sitting beside me in the commentating booth is 5-time Irish women's national champion Ashley Given. Ashley, what do you make of tonight's matchup?
Well, it should be a huge contest. A lot of good matches to come our way. Up first, of course, Chen An against Dmitry Ovtcharov. Really, really big match here. Trying to get Team Rossi underway to a good start. We saw how great Team Maze was last night, beating Team Pearson 21-8. Can this team be stopped? Gavin, what do you think?
Well, it's an interesting matchup. So many world-class players going head-to-head. And in this first match, Chen An and Dmitry Ovtcharov, two of the heavyweights in the game. We would reckon here, obviously, the Ovtcharov starting favourite.
Chen An, of course, 26 years old, was the world doubles champion back in 2013, world junior champion in 2008 as well. Good player. Should be an interesting match.
And as Ovtcharov skips back to the table, smiling. Current ranking of 5. He's been as high as a world ranking of 4. So yeah, getting a little bit older now as well is Dmitry, 28 years old. Our referee for tonight, Pari Kali of Malaysia. Hopefully she'll be putting in a good shift for us.
First game, Cheng of Team Maze to serve.
So it's going to be Chen of Chinese Taipei to get us underway. Didn't like that ball. A little change. We're using the DHS D40 ball this evening, and that's the ball that we use on the World Tour.
Flick of the wrist there for Ovtcharov. No, and he didn't fully follow through there.
So it's unusual here. Lots of different rules being used. This is a 24-minute match. If the players get to 10 all, there's no juice. It's just going to be a sudden death point. So that spices things up for this evening's match. You'll notice here as well that players will be ready to go. There's only 15 seconds between each point, so it's quick fire. Let's pick the next ball up and go with it.
Ovtcharov there looking at his racket. A little bit unhappy so far. Testing it in the practice. Put on fresh rubbers after last night's match. Just a little bit unhappy with it.
I'm sure that's like some of you boys and girls back at the club. You have a bad match, you rip off the rubbers, and the next day you come back with a new set.
Perfect example there. Doesn't always need to be flash and style. A nice little soft block up the line for Ovtcharov.
It's a strong penetrating forehand from the racket of Chen. Lovely angle as well. So we are here in Film Studio 2 of the Pinewood Studios. A wonderful place here. Almost as wonderful as that backhand that Ovtcharov just hit there.
So clean, look at that. Straight over the table. Technically perfect. See him again, out wide to Chen forehand. Nice little tactic from Ovtcharov, using it well. Chen just not really getting out there yet. Be interesting now, back on the serve for Ovtcharov. He was called up for a serve in round 1. Let's see what these umpires make of it.
It was a tough one. Chen was hoping that the ball was going to creep off the edge of the table so that he could try and feel the ball back. Got a wonderful array of serves. So many players, when you see them getting down into that backhand position to serve, they've just got one or two serves. Not with Ovtcharov. He has numerous levels of spin and directions.
8-9.
And that's a good return from Chen. So here we go. It's getting interesting, even in this first set.
Timeout.
Early timeout for Team Rossi. You can see how important this first set is to Ovtcharov. Came out of the block strong, showing energetic. Team Rossi have been trailing, so first point is crucial.
Looking very smart tonight is our Jorg Roskopf. Not usually one for dressing up. Maybe he fancies this to be a big occasion tonight for Team Rossi.
A little bit of luck for Ovtcharov there again. But he has got him into a position of 10-9 now. Game point on the service.
And there it is for Dmitry Ovtcharov. It's so critical to win that first game, especially when you're the #1 player of that team. Ovtcharov looking to get off to a flyer. In the previous round, he was able to beat Haramoto 5 sets to love. Some important advice here from Michael Mays to Chen Qianan, and from Jorg Roskopf to Dmitry Ovtcharov. So the players return to the same side of the table that they were in the first set. That's again unusual, but that's what we have here in the T2. Spice up the rules. Lots of ball boys here, and we can quickly get the ball back to the table. There's a problem with the service here. The assistant referee just saying to Dmitry to remove his arm after the service delivery.
You're really not happy with that call, looking at the umpire. His famous stare. Don't want to get in the wrong side of that man.
Feel it's been pretty rough for Dima in round 1 and now in round 2. There's not many players have been picked up for their serve, but they keep looking at Dmitry.
Surprising though, never gets called in the World Tour.
The way that Dima was able to get back to the table there. Lost ground from the table, stepped back up into that one. Now he's looking for his trusty tomahawk serve.
Oh, he's really up for this match. Giving himself a little bit of motivation, saying, come on, back into the serve quickly. Ovtcharov just extending the arm there, walking away from the table, saying, come on, you didn't follow through there. That's your bread and butter. You gotta make it work.
That's the way to put the shot away. Lovely slow spin, and then following that next ball up. Both players, in fact, possess a lot of power.
5-3.
Ovtcharov stayed away with a sorry there. Still hurts though for Chen.
We see the camera at the other side of the net post. If someone wants to go round that side of the net post, it's not so easy.
6-3.
That's where a fancy serve works against you. Got all the spin back there. He wasn't able to control it back on short, was the German. So here we go. Important now for Chen to try and win 2 on his serve.
5-6.
Oh, that's a bad miss. Crucial at this stage. Giving Ovtcharov a 2-point lead. Don't really want to extend it any further than what he has to. Chen. That really was an unforced error there.
Ovtcharov just ahead in the shorter exchanges. 55 to 45. And there's another quick fire point. He's just keeping the scoreboard moving in his favour.
You have to think Georg had a little bit of a conversation with him. He's been playing a little bit slower up until this match. A lot shorter points now from the German. Really playing into the T2 spirit here. Quick, rapid, and that's what it's all about. Chen really has to be more aggressive here. That was a perfect example. Really has to just go for it now. He's 9-6 down.
Chen very good against that slow spin. He's able to stay nice and low and then jump forwards on the ball. Always tough though to take two against the Ovtcharov serve. But there's the first of two.
Been really worked against Ovtcharov there. Kicked back at him. New ball.
Really tucking Chen up there in the corner. Wonderful placement. So if Chen was to win these 2 points, we would then head into a sudden death game. That ball just going a little bit flat. He checks the rubber. Don't think that was the rubber, mate. So there we go. It's another set for Dima. Look at that ball just going a little bit flat. Ovtcharov delighted with taking that second set. Wonderful view again of the higher parts of the cavern. 15,000 square feet. There's lots of areas here in the T2 cavern that we will explain as the night progresses.
Players change, side. Third game.
So the players are now playing at the opposite side, and that's only after 2 games. They will not change anymore throughout this 24-minute match.
And his bench on their feet. Appreciation for that one.
That's a nice service delivery. Yeah, we even seen 1 or 2 of the players gobbling a couple of cupcakes. Well, we won't mention any names anyway, not yet.
Little tall boy there, the tall just as big as him. Nice to see Pota and Samara warming up for the match. We'll find out soon which one will be taking the court next.
It's a good spin up there from Chen. Just watching the flight of the serve, waiting for it to skid long off the table surface. unfortunate there. He needs a little bit of luck, does Chen. We've just got 8.5 minutes left of this 24-minute match. And remember, if we go between 22 and 24 minutes, so the last 2 minutes of the match, and a set finishes then, we will go into a kill zone, a shortened game, an even more exciting game. It's just first to 5 points, and at 4-all, it would be a sudden death point. It's all exciting, it's all dramatic here in southern Malaysia.
3-7.
Chen just mixing up the play a little bit there, coming around the side of the ball for the receive. Yeah, there we go. Just confusing Ovtcharov a little bit, going wider than he thought.
3-8.
Now, interestingly, that's the service he has been pulled before, not taking the arm away, but to me it looks very, very similar. Now, if you're going to call a serve for being fault, you got to follow it up.
8-4.
For me, it definitely wasn't a false serve. He doesn't get faulted anywhere else, so interesting to see.
Very structured, very trained, and great execution from the Dima racket there.
Nice to see Dima coming into his zone, his backhand trademark coming out. Probably to do with a little nice relaxing morning that he had, having a nice little stroll with his wife and daughter.
Wow, taxi for Mr. Ovtcharov as he looked head round the corner there. That ball was sent right up the line.
Straight into the body of Chen there. That is a powerful tactic. The ball's coming that quick off the Ovtcharov racket. Chen needs to be a lot quicker.
We want to see this later, and we have 3 of the really good women's matches coming up as well. We want to see them playing with that creativeness, changing the play, changing the speed and spin, learning from some of the men out here.
9-8. Timeout. 1 minute.
So many of the players quick on the uptake. We've got a 1 minute timeout now.
Tile boys are in their element here. Probably never thought they'd get this close to the world's best players. Now they're even carrying their tiles. Wee kid running back to the chair, waiting for Ovtcharov to tell him to come in again.
9-8.
Points 1 on serve. It's still nip and tuck as well.
Oh, we've all done that, folks. Fresh air of the ball. The ball just sat up. Didn't arrive to the Chen racket in time, and he didn't adapt. We'll be disappointed with that one.
So here we go. Could we have our first sudden death of this evening's match? Sudden death of this evening's match.
10-9.
This is great stuff here. So much energy in tonight's match rather than this morning's. You can see how much it means to Team Rossi trying to climb their way back up the leaderboard.
Let 10-9.
Let's have another try at that service. Dima thankful there, I think. Not showing any nerves there at 10-9 down. Let's just go for it.
No deuce.
Look at that one, sailing right through the T-bar sign. So we have a sudden death. Chen Qianan in serve. And look at the confusion there. Now that is a service delivery and a half, right on the edge of the table. Huge indecision there for Dima, and he really didn't do much with that at all. So well deserved, 11-10 to Chen Qianan, and that just makes this game a little bit more intriguing.
You play better and better now, but only this small thing.
Time.
Is that hand out of the way? It's very, very close there.
The umpires need to decide though if they're going to call one. Nod from Roscoff there. You're doing the right thing. Just believe in your game. Don't let the edge worry you.
We have less than 3 minutes left now, so we're not going to get to the end of this game, but whoever's winning when that clock ticks down to 0 and the buzzer sounds, then they'll take an extra point for themselves individually and for their team.
Opting to stay close to the table. This is where he's at his best. The last couple of points he's just ran away a little bit, but here we go, all over the table, backhand fully extending, even preparing for the next shot as well, always expecting it back.
Three times as many winners coming from his backhand wing.
Chen just doing a little bit too much now, trying to force Ovtcharov directly from the first point instead of playing into a smarter location on the table.
It's horrible when that happens. You think you've delivered a lovely serve and it pings right off the net at 90-degree angle. So with 20 seconds to go, looks done and dusted, and it's going to be a Dmitry Ovtcharov win. He really is taking his time here. A little bit of relief there. Puff of the cheeks. And there goes the buzzer. There's no uncertainty about that. That's the end of the game, and it's a very good win for Dmitry Ovtcharov.
Nice to see there. Ovtcharov with the other teammates coach, Michael Mays, having a little bit of a banterful chat there after the match. These really are respectful athletes, respectful coaches, all friends, of course, off the table.
Confirmation, quite tight, 11-8, 11-8, losing, sudden death, and then winning that fourth game.
There, not so surprising, Ovtcharov having 57% to 44% on points won on service. He is, of course, one of the world's best servers, as you all know, of course.
Not sure if 57 and 44 adds up to 100, but I don't know, I'm not Karel Vorderman. So let's give you some of the match highlights. As both players hit big shot to big shot.
You really got to appreciate the physicality of both of these players. Watching Ovtcharov in the practice hall earlier, really is a workhorse out there.
So the workmanlike performance from the German, winning this one against Chen Qianan, 3 games to 1.
Welcome back. We're with Dima right now. Dima, usually opening match is always going to be very difficult. What actually made a difference in this one for you actually to pull away eventually?
Well, I wanted to go ahead today for my team, try to get the lead, and we are really very determined to get our first victory done, and we have a great team spirit, and I'm glad I could take 3 points today for my team.
A great start, really. Dima, who scored 3 points for the team. Congratulations. Thank you, Dima. We take a short break. When we come back, game 2. Welcome back. Game 2 is about to start. We give Michael a chance for Team Maze now. Your team, given that, is trailing by 2 points. And your choice for the second match?
It's Hina Hayata.
Hina Hayata from Japan. 早田希娜 in Chinese. And the answer from your side?
My answer is the Hungarian star, Georgina Pota.
Georgina Pota. Quite a great match to look forward to. All right, bring them on. Game 2.
So here we go. It's the first of our women's matches in this evening's session. And it's Hina Hayata of Japan taking on Hungarian Georgina Pota. And they come for the coin toss.
Come again? Receive, okay. Save.
Referee Khalili just making sure that what the player wants is clear.
You can see the speed here. All these players can do this in their sleep. Normal trading forehand to forehand and backhand to backhand in the knock-up.
Hina Hayata, of course, from Japan, 16 years old, was impressive in the 27th World Championships, where she historically won a women's bronze doubles medal.
And here we are, Georgina Pota, ranking at the moment at 32, but she's been as high as 14, so she's let her ranking slip a bit. But hopefully here, she'll be putting in a good performance tonight for Team Rossi.
Stop.
Referee Khalili there, of course, as you know from the previous match, about to get us underway here.
Wonderful view here of the Taraflex flooring, the big studio that we have here in the T2 Asia Pacific League. And it's the 24-minute match, and the clock will tick down. Usually we can get 3 or 4 sets in, but it depends how close the sets are as to how many of the sets we'll get in. Hayata has some interesting service deliveries, quite talented when it comes to serving.
Hayata will be looking to take some revenge on Team Rossi, losing to Cheng the last time these two teams met, 3-1. So she'll really be out for this match.
3-1.
Fellow commentators in the back there, as you can see, for the Asian population.
3-2.
important is it for both of these women to stay close to the table to play their game?
I think more for Georgina Pota at the minute. She really needs to get to grips of the Hayata speed. If she can play with a little bit more spin into the middle, I think it will trouble Hayata. But if she just keeps playing on the racket, the Japanese will be favourite.
Left, 3-4.
Interesting service delivery there from Hayata. Quite deceptive. Cutting under the ball, but after she's made contact with the ball, coming up with her racket.
We don't see many women in the game today doing that kind of deception. The only one that fully comes to mind, of course, is world number 1, Ding Ning. Really is a special case with her serves. What a talent she is.
It's a good forehand. We all know that's the weaker wing from Georgina, so it's good that that seems well oiled in the early stages of this evening's match.
Team Rossi are up this. I don't know what Jörg Roskopf has given his team. Maybe some Red Bull, but they've come flying out of the blocks here. Just playing too much on the racket there. Tried to play down the line. Would have steered that one more into the middle as Hayata was moving back, trying to get her a little bit off balance.
An interesting look now at the Pota backhand serve.
Trademark, really. Heavy spin. A lot of deception on it. The action is really short, but she comes across it too, adding a little bit of side spin.
Michael Mays, Team Mays, showing his appreciation there, saying this is good, and it really was, putting a lot of momentum into that backhand.
Michael just shadow playing in the background there, saying push down in the ball, don't stand up when you're blocking, try to push down, kill the spin. Nice variation from Pota. Really great to see. She has been playing some good table tennis. The last time these two teams met, she finished 2-2 with Feng Wei.
Pota herself, former European junior #1, but we all know that being the top junior doesn't necessarily mean you're going to transfer that through into the senior game. Quick, close to the table stuff, and it's the Pota forehand that's won numerous points in this first set.
Pota's forehand is just a little bit flat. Hayata just really doesn't know how to deal with it at the minute. She's used to overspin, coming a little bit flat to her. She really just hasn't made up her mind on what to do yet.
Well, it's game point now for the Hungarian. That was a little bit fortunate there. Hayata getting the ball back somehow. Definitely wasn't clean out of the middle of the racket. Further game point for Georgina Pota.
Shout of delight for Hina Hayata. That was a massive point to save. She was brave there, going back to the backhand. 2 in a row. Not many would do that against the Pota backhand.
Little grimace there So it's sudden death, ladies and gents. And there it is, it's Hina Hayata that roars back to take this set. Sudden death, 11 points to 10.
And I think your service?
Time.
And play more quality and then legs move.
Players.
Okay? Come on.
There's Michael Anderson,
Second game.
one of the pioneers of T2 in the early developing stage. And he's sitting up there, really comfortable seat.
Just a little bit unlucky there, Pota, but I think she's stepping a little bit too far away from the table. Her game is high class up close. Just needs to stay in, use Hayata's power against her. She was lucky there to get that point. She played right on Hayata's racket with not a lot of power.
Just swatted that one away. Poetry in motion there, just clubbing that one down. And if I can club it on my forehand, I can do the same on the back.
You know, being very honest there, the referees didn't see that one. That's more like it from Pota, playing into the right hip.
She's played well in this first game and a half. Unfortunate not to take that first set.
Hear all the oohs and ahs swarming this T2 cavern. And as they should be, this is Pota at her best.
5-1.
Trying to get that one back, Hayata. Great to see the grovelling qualities.
6-1.
This is definitely the best I've seen Georgina Pota on that forehand wing.
Little nod of the head from Hayata. Yes, I'm doing the right thing. Let's just keep pushing.
Nice delay there, just before she delivered the racket. That just added to the deception. Where am I going to hit this one?
Look at what that point meant to Jorg Roskopf. You could probably hear him on screen. 6-2 to 6-4. Winning that point was crucial. He's one of our favourite coaches here. He really does play every shot with his player, body bending and contorting as the players play each rally. Really does care about this team.
So it's Pota opening up a 4-point lead. Just over 12 minutes to go.
4-9.
Adding to the 8 points that she already had with a very fortunate edge ball. Feet were moving backwards, head was moving backwards. That's why the ball just dribbled into the net.
That's it. 10-5.
So 5 game points for the Hungarian. And she takes it at the first time of asking, so another solid performance there from the Georgina Pota racket, especially again on the forehand wing.
You can see there, walking over to your coach, he's still a little bit unhappy. Probably feels like it should be 2-0, not 1 apiece. Really is playing well though, Pota. Probably a lot to do with the early practice she had this morning. Roscoff down with the team, feeding some multi-ball, getting his players prepped.
Sometimes it's half long. You can start. Yeah? Come on, go on. Come on, Gina.
Players, change side.
No slacking when you're with Jorg Roscoff and his team. They've been in the gym every morning. They've been out at the swimming pool doing lengths. That's what you want to see. Serious stuff out here in the cavern.
Well, it's definitely helped them blend as a team. You don't see one without the other. Always chatting, having fun. That's what team spirit is, folks.
They've been working so hard this week, we might not even recognise Paul Drinkhall when he steps up to the table later on. Might be all of 50 kilograms, who knows?
2-1.
Lovely little service there. Didn't matter that it was drifting off the side of the table. The angle was enough. Pota really disappointed there. Just smashed in the last backhand. We'll see again. Just too quick and too sharp. Yep, there we go.
Very good play, taking that ball early, exerting pressure on Hayata. Concentration.
That's what it means to her. Cheap little point off service, showing the house down from it though.
Jorg Roscoff appreciating that, just saying to his player there, nice spin, and it really was.
Many people will say Georgina Pota doesn't play with spin. I don't think they're watching this though.
There's a lot of purchase on her serve, and when you do that, you can use that serve to really work into the next ball.
6-5.
Less than 8 minutes remaining. If it gets down to within less than 2 minutes of us ending, we would end up in a kill zone game, which would be first to 5 points. At 4-all, we would just play a sudden death point. It really is who can put pressure on in the first couple of shots in the rally, isn't it?
Absolutely. Whoever can keep close to the table, dominate the play, is usually the one to win. Lovely little receive from Hayata there, setting up the point. Regina Pota clipping the net though. Good adaptation from Hayata to steer the ball back on the table.
Real ability when you can serve round both sides of the ball, and that's given Hayata a 5 point. There we are.
11-5.
Takes it the first game point.
Okay. Now in this set she was waiting more on forehand side. Service is okay.
You know, same receive.
Here's replay of the last point, and this is why we don't see Pota disappearing away from the table very often. Her game is up close, short attacking style. Just Hayata pushing her back slightly in the last 6 to 8 points.
It's always great when we see the coaches mic'd up, so we can hear a little bit of them passing on their knowledge. All these coaches, Rossi, Mays, Jiang Jilian and Jorgen Persson, have been all really high up in the world rankings.
Hayata just finding her form here, but it really needs to stay a little bit closer to the table, try to use Hayata's power against her.
It's tough to try and fade that ball out there, isn't it? Sometimes it's better to just block the ball back from where it's come from.
Magic from Pota there, absolute magic. Really explosive power from her backhand, mixing up the variation though. That's key. If she's just playing in one area, it's very difficult.
Pota so over the ball, but Hayata ruthless at trying to get that ball back.
Credit to Hayata though, she's learning to deal with the flat forehand of Pota. Little bit of change of pace here. Hayata staying closer than Pota now. Knows how crucial this game is. 3-1, better than 2-2.
For 1 minute.
Timeout from Jorg Roskopf. 50-50 there. 3 strokes. First 3 strokes. Wow. There's a stat and a half for you.
Push long. She start not too fast. So go in the ball, not go back. Go in the ball. And a little bit more to the middle, not too much to the corners. More to middle.
Nice little view there of our T2 cavern.
Especially the second.
Mikael Andersen changing seat in the back. When you're as important as him, a pioneer for the sport, you can pick and choose your own seat, ladies and gentlemen.
And he was massive for the ITTF in their hopes squad and development of the youngsters, and now he's transformed this now into the T2 juniors here.
Of course, he's an intricate part of the 2018 World Team Championships in Hampstead. Keep an eye on that, folks. Now, she's cut the Hayata momentum with that one. 5-1, now 5-2. Let's see if she can keep it up. Samara on her feet for her teammate. Hayata pushing Pota back here. This is not a place Pota wants to find herself in. She's much better up close to the table. What can she do now? 6-2 down. 3 minutes 4 left in the clock.
Clever no spin serve there.
Of course, when you've got a backhand like that, you don't need a turn all the time.
We may find ourselves
9-3.
Yes.
9-4.
almost a really good link between backhand first, pivoting round for the forehand. You can see it's warm here. So 6 game points, and I think we will enter the kill zone.
Yes.
5-10. Left. 5-10.
Interesting there, a big shout again from York. So at 10-6 now for Hayata. We've got less than 20 seconds. She better get a move on if she wants to get into the kill zone.
Left. 10-6.
This would be incredible. Pota slowing things down. That should be an automatic yellow card. It's horrible to see.
Showing clearly the tactic there. Pota really didn't want to enter the kill zone, didn't want to play another set, didn't want to give Hayata a chance. That really isn't in the T2 spirit at all. Umpires are a little bit lax here all day, calling into judgment and whether they know the rules or not.
It's a little bit scary that. Did they forget their cards?
What?
I don't know. Anyway, some of the stats. Interesting there, the forehand winners from both players, 21 apiece. Backhand winners, again, very, very close between the two players. And let's get a few of the interesting highlights from that match. It was Pota's forehand that was working so well in the first set and a half. And then it just seemed from there that Hayata started to get used to the game, started to work a bit more on service and receive.
Michael Mia's happy with his player there.
And it was thoroughly deserved for the Japanese player. Losing the first set, but coming back strongly to win 3-1.
Hina, job well done. Do you think that actually you're getting better and better, more settled with the new scoring system?
スコアのシステムで自分が毎日進歩していますか？
そうですね。第1回目から同じルールで試合して、今慣れてきてるので、試合の雰囲気とかはつかめるようになりました。
From the first round till now, I'm getting used to the atmosphere as well as the scoring system. So I think I'm improving.
Good to know that. Obviously, it shows. Congratulations. Thank you. Arigato. All right, stick around. When we come back, game 3. Welcome back. Time for game 3 now. All right, Winnie, shall we do the coin toss now? Black and red. Michael?
Black.
All right, as expected. There you go. Your wish has been granted.
Yeah, you will see on the left side, you will see Alexander Shibaev.
Shibaev. All right, and your response, your...
Then it should be on the right side, Paul Drinkhall.
Wow, that's a great one. 2 top-class European players. All right, game 3.
Welcome back here. An exciting match for us all. Alexander Shibaev versus England's #1, Paul Drinkhall. Now, interestingly enough, these two have met pretty recently. Last week in the Australian Open. Paul Drinkhall dictated that match though, beating Alexander Shibaev to therefore go on and only just lose in the semi-finals to Vladimir Samsonov. Here we have Alexander Shibaev from Russia, 26 years old, ranked 28 currently, but has been as high as 21. Fiery man, that guy.
Cracking match in store. Paul Drinkhall there, the man that doesn't block too often, very attacking style, good for the cameras. And this time we have the smiling Winnie Che as our referee.
First game, Shibaev of team Mace to serve.
Interesting, these two played against each other in Australia. So let's see who gets off to the quicker start this time.
Shibaev will be looking to take blood from the Englishman. This should be a fiery match. Maybe we'll see our first yellow card. Who knows?
In Australia, it was Drinkhall that got the quicker start, but then Shibaev came roaring back to go 2 sets to 1 up. However, then Drinkhall took the next 3. So this will be interesting. Again, 24-minute match. The clock's going to kick down.
Speaking to Jörg Roskopf there in the little break, feeling fairly comfortable putting Paul Drinkhall against Shibaev. Thinks that Paul will have the mental edge over him, but we'll see. We know how strong mentally Shibaev is. Look at that, straight round to his bench there, fist held high. England man means business down the practice hall early this morning. Really pumping himself up here. Do you recognize him, folks?
That was a good miss from Paul. Always playing well when he's looking for his forehand. How many times that serve catches players?
People can replicate that though.
quick to the first flick and then the next ball. Wonderful hand control there.
Well, he was still over the table from the flick. Might as well have just stayed there and played another forehand. Why not?
7-5.
Interesting tactical change here, going for the backhand serve. Very slow opening up shot and followed it up. A much quicker, more aggressive forehand. Get the concentration on Drinkhall getting low.
Interesting though, always looking to play short of the receive. Only takes on the flick if he knows he can absolutely drill it.
4 minutes played already, and we're still in the first set.
Drinkhall there, shadow playing, trying to cut the ball down, wasn't short enough, too loose. Sitting here from our position, that ball just bent around the side, really kicking out, going right into the stand.
4 game points then for the Russian. And he takes it first time again. Really clever. Interesting, the second half of the game where Shibaev shuffled into the middle of the table and was just coming in with the little dead backhand serve.
Now, a lot of you guys at home will be thinking, oh well, Paul Drinkhall won the last time. But as we know, Shibaev in the cavern is pretty special. Really fired up here, wants to take revenge, wants to get the $1,000 bonus. Of course, the players are still on the same side of the table. Only switch after 2 games in the cavern.
In that first set, Shibaev winning 63% on the return of serve. Now that's extremely high, especially when it's just the first set. So it's Mays' team 5-4 up on Rossi at the moment.
Lovely little banana flick there, really high class spin kicking off the table. We'll see it again. Just kicked up to Shibaev, wasn't really ready for that. Another flick again, only this time more power, a little bit flatter.
Have some of that. Little backhand splat down the line. Opening up, look at that one. Very tough when you're hitting down lines at pace like that. Really tough for anyone.
Just hesitated on that, waited a little bit longer, tried to get a little bit more deception.
Uncharacteristic mistake there from the Drinkhall racket, just popping it a little bit high. It's still a good put away though from the Russian.
Interesting note, Drinkhall's receive just going a little bit loose. They want to cut that down, but as of course Shibaev is serving a little bit more float, he wants the receive to drift. Drinkhall a little bit wiser to that float serve, but still it wasn't enough. Shibaev could feel like he was playing cross court, had time to turn.
Shibaev, he's so knowledgeable, knowing the right moments to turn. Lovely little set play there.
Timeout call to Paul. Knew straight away that this was the time that was needed. Just felt that Shibaev was getting a little bit too comfortable with the routine of play.
Wonderful slow-mo there of the Drinkhall backhand. Catching the ball right up at the edge of the racket when he hits a big one. So many players, so many people that don't play the game think that they have to hit the ball right out of the middle of the racket.
You can flick, but he step around directly, maybe to the forehand.
Samara warming up.
It's okay. Yeah, if it's more aggressive, then it's really short. Then you can start. At first, you
Cheng as well.
Yeah? Come on, Paul.
That's good to see.
Come on, Paul. Come on.
Asian and European warming up together, and we've seen so much of that so far in this T2 family. Quick off the bounce again. Alexander, look at that one, right off the bounce. It's normally Drinkhall that you see in that position for his second shot. Looking to make things happen as the Russian number one.
Ovtcharov on his feet there, knows how important this game is, doesn't want to let Shibaev run away with his second set. We all know the clock is still on, so getting a point early on the board is crucial.
What a wonderful flick there. Trademark Drinkhall. Look at this. I'm going to push. No, I'm not. That was unfortunate there. He had to pick a side. Maybe chose wrong there. So many times though. Shibaev there would have ran round.
So athletic there from Drinkhall though, getting around the corner, getting back out wide to the forehand.
Shibaev again, opting for the backhand serve.
Look at that, so early, ladies and gentlemen. Not even using his forehand. That is all wrist, super early.
A lot of us could try that though and make an absolute hash of it.
8-7.
These are some of the best players in the world, and you just have to sit back, relax and enjoy.
Look at that. I can't count how many flicks Paul Drinkhall has won. I think we should have a table for that. Oh, Shibaev there waiting to the last second for Paul to serve to call a timeout. Very tactical there, wanting to run down the clock a little bit before he called a timeout. Trying to upset the Englishman's rhythm.
You really do have to appreciate the strength, the power, the discipline that all of these world-class athletes have right here. Southern Malaysia.
And go for it. Yeah.
All the players here doing battle. As Jorg says, look, go for it. This is your game. Get out there, get your forehand in.
Change the backhand and forehand to the parallel side. Okay.
Yeah. 8-all.
Let's go. Come on. Go.
Drinkhall now, 2 serves. Big forehand there from Shibaev, and when he's got time, he really can launch in.
8-9.
Look at that. Michael Muse just telling his player, it's okay, calm down, just settle yourself.
Shibaev, 1 set to the good. 9-all. Winniche, referee saying, come on, let's get shifting, boys. Lovely short receive, dumped into the net from Shibaev. And out of nowhere, Paul Drinkhall has a chance to win this set. Oh, net off. Just had to go for that, did he?
Well, now we're into sudden death. Pretty appropriate, I think, for this set.
All just been told there, get on with it. And that ball has been sent to the moon from Paul Drinkhall, and if he doesn't get a yellow card there, I'll be extremely surprised.
Well, looking at the umpires, they're not even reaching for it. No warning to be given either. Usually that would be key by now. This is an absolute joke here.
Stay down, head to ball.
Pretty sure the umpires have lost their rule book.
Backhand service, be ready.
I'm astounded there.
Easy, easy. You have time. Breathe.
If I had been an umpire today, definitely would have sent out about 3 yellow cards by now.
So, that's done and dusted, and we're back here for the third set. Players have now changed round after that second set, and Shibaev chipping us in with a backhand serve.
Look at that, Shibaev running back to the serving position. Wants to get on with this. Feels like he's in a good rhythm now to take the third.
How early that was.
It's probably the slowest backhand you'll ever see from Drinkhall.
Slow backhand, still a clean winner.
Still positive though on Drinkhall's side. Even after that explosion there at the end of the second set, has composed well. Shibaev, you can hit the ball hard as you like, but I can hit it harder.
Great example there. Someone's forehand overpowering into someone's backhand. Good play all round. Wonderful pressure exerted from the Drinkhall racket.
Now, this is interesting. Just under 10 minutes to go. If Drinkhall runs away with this, we could find ourselves in another set, meaning it could be tied 2-2. And that's what everyone wants to see here. No one getting their $1,000 bonus.
Crash backhand flick. We've seen it all from both players, really. Wonderful backhands, forehands, touch round the net. We've seen a ball being launched out of the stadium. This is great to see.
Oh, look at that. That was about a meter in the air. The kick off his wrist last second, just soaring that ball up. Shibaev even had time to turn, but just must have been baffled by the trajectory.
Good backhand pickup there from Shibaev. He's still aware. He's as ruthless as ever. He knows if he was to get back in and pinch this set, $1,000 will be going into his bank account. Nice little forehand dribbly spin there from Drinkhall. Lovely mix between power and spin. With 8.5 minutes left in this match. Really is anyone's.
Now, how many of those is he going to let past him? Shibaev just opening the front door there, letting Paul come in, sit in my sofa anytime. Paul pointing to the table directly. Real sportsman-like here.
As he skips back to the table. He's got a 4-point lead, does the Englishman. Let's see what Shibaev has to say about that. I think we could all hear what he said there. And let's get back in.
Well, that's the first one he's missed.
Lovely shot of the cavern. 15,000 square feet.
Now, this is interesting. Paul's let a lead slip before in this match. Really needs to be mentally tough now, needs to be aggressive, needs to be in first.
And another massive shout from England's Boll Drinkhall as he looks to try and restore the lead.
Doesn't have to look pretty, ladies and gentlemen, as long as it gets the job done.
Get back up to the table, Shibaev. Let's keep this play continuous. How well he moved round the corner there.
And there was no way he was recovering after that one. That was an all or nothing.
That's for you league players out there that lean round the corner. Get your feet in position. Get round there. Spectacular. Oh, there must have been a hole in his bat there because he was right by the ball.
Cry of pain there for Paul. Really disappointed with that one. Look at him. You'll just be able to see his face of anguish in about 2 seconds. Look at that.
This really is hotting up here in the cavern. Let's up the air conditioning.
Players, play on 9-all.
Players get back to it. Boll Drinkhall back to the table now. 2 serves to come. Back defending again. Really tough against the power of Shibaev when you're that far back from the table.
Michael Mia's looking on a Paul there. He found himself in a few of those positions over his career.
9-10.
Called one of the best defensive players in the world.
Just ask Hao Shuai that one from 2006 in Aarhus.
11-9.
Got to be gutted with that one.
Shibaev of Team Mays.
And well played, Shibaev, as he marches back. Team Mays delighted with that. Even Timo Boll off his feet.
Ovtcharov just giving a little bit of a nod to, yeah, Shibaev, you're playing well, mate. Just a pity it's against my team, mate.
Players, hi.
Look at Timo Boll's face off the camera there. Oh, a nice little shot of our little VIP section.
Shibaev.
All of these guys enjoying the live action so close, a few meters away. A few of them having to get off their seat to even get a ball. Oh, how dare they get off their seat.
4th game. Drinkhall to serve. Love all.
Just has to be mentally strong now. It's damage limitation for England's Paul Drinkhall.
How early was that? Straight over the table, taking no prisoners, even getting the locale correct right into the middle of Shibaev.
Love 2.
Jorg apologizing there for a little bit of a choke. Straight away, sorry Shibaev.
So with less than 3 minutes to go here, we're probably not going to see a full game. Wonderful play again from Shibaev. The way he was able to just caress the ball back from deep. Wonderful athleticism from both players.
Now, of course, you all know, watching the Fusion episode 1, Michael Mies chose Shibaev because he was a young player coming up with a lot of power, a lot of mental strength. I think that choice is paying off for him.
Wonderful hunt round the corner there from Alexander. Getting round there, get the feet into position, play to the right area. And with less than 2 minutes to go, whoever's leading in this set, when the buzzer goes, that'll be it.
Now we all know that's not very easy to put away. A lot of us have been in that position. Top edge into the stand sometimes. The Englishman did well there to compose himself.
That was all set for one of the Sporting Bloomers episodes there, if you had missed that one.
Shibaev just being called for a serve, should be in the middle of his palm and straight trajectory. Roscoff and Ovtcharov laughing there on the side. How many of these calls are they going to make?
2-4.
With 45 seconds to go. Touch and go. And what a wonderful dig there from Drinkhall. He's been flicking out all day. Nice little change.
Let's 5-3.
Another let serve. He was trying to quicken the play there, Shibaev. He knew there was only 20 seconds to go for 2 points.
Ovtcharov celebrating already, getting a point on the board. He knows it's all over.
And the buzzer goes just as that ball gets launched past the Drinkhall racket. What a wonderful match, ladies and gentlemen, that we've just seen.
Game
Always drama
match to Shibaev of
when
Team
Shibaev plays against Drinkhall. So Team Rossi does manage to get 1 point on the board to get back to 5-7 in favour of Mays.
Ovtcharov just giving Drinkhall a little bit of a hard time. We could have had 2 or 3 points there. Look at that, the forehand winners. Team Mays, Alexander Shibaev, 26 to Drinkhall's 18.
There must be a few 15. The European Championships. That's probably Samara's biggest ever title. That's when you see her flowing between both backhand and forehand, and it's a joy to watch.
That's definitely what she needs to do more. Playing into Feng's right hip. Trying to quicken the play into that area. Not playing too soft, as Feng has time to step around then.
can see already in this evening's match, Samara much more motivated, a lot more vocal.
You know she can be quite fiery. Pleasure of watching her in the last 16 of the World Championships this year. Played really some impressive stuff. Just needs to carry that through to the T2.
5-4.
Really surprised, just not expecting the ball back, which was really surprising. She played out wide to the Feng forehand, one of her strongest areas.
Next. 5-4.
It's a better link up between serve and first ball.
Look at that, look at what it means to her. Pumping herself up, fist pump, little bit of a choke. This is more like the Samara we know.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in match 4 out of 6 matches that are going to be played in this evening's tussle. Team Mays against Team Rossi, 2 legends of the game. Michael Mays, the Danish sensation, against Jorg Roskopf, a former world #1 from Germany. Action-packed stuff here in southern Malaysia in the Pinewood Studios. And we're nicely poised here. It's 7-all in the first set between Feng and Elisabetta Samara.
Look at that. A little dribbly little point and a big choke. That's what it means to go 8-7 up, taking the lead for the first time in this set.
And do you not often find that when you're playing someone that on paper is better than you, you have to pick up the scrappy points?
Absolutely, but I also feel if you're playing someone slightly better, they make you play a little bit better as well. You pick up your performance, you know they're better. You know you have to come out with some good shots.
8-9.
A little bit of a loose ball there from Feng, just clipping the edge.
An important service to come now for the Singaporean.
Samara just jumping in there, but Feng adding a little bit more to that serve than Samara thought. Jumping the wrist last second. Roskopf caught that as well, saying watch the service. If she gets the service, the 10-all.
Good linking again between serve and first ball.
This is lovely to see. Ovtcharov on his feet for a Romanian player.
And there it is. Wow. So much better from the Romanian. Pumped up this time.
Yeah, no spin, no spin.
I can bet my house on it. That's because of the Jorg practice this morning. Had them all down early in the gym, on the table. Extra multi-ball, extra footwork movements. Definitely paid off for Samara.
Okay.
Maybe Jorg needs to be in her corner full time.
So wait
Yeah, none of this rolling down to breakfast at 10 o'clock, you know, with your dressing gown on. None of that here. You don't get any of that with Team Rossi. You're out of your bed early and you're down to the gym. So here we go. Second game.
Look at that first point of the opening second set. What a response from Samara. I know she's felt a little bit of pressure over the past couple of days, feeling like she hasn't fully given to the team yet. Be great if she could level up this match. Currently, they're 7-6 down, Team Rossi.
That's a nice serve there. Sometimes that one's difficult to pick up. Easy to see if someone's serving with topspin or backspin, but that in-between serve, very tough for the eyes to pick that one.
A little bit deceptive on the serve there. Samara just not reading it, popping it up, allowing Feng to come in with a crash flick. Oh, that's what we all want to see from Samara. Opening up backhand, spinning it deep. Doesn't matter how high she plays over the net, the other player can't hit the ball until it bounces on the table.
Just ask Timo Boll about that.
Michael trying to urge his player closer. These two really are vocal, the two coaches.
Just remember here that this is our second week here in the T2 Cavern. We're going to have 6 weeks before we head into our grand finals for the real elite players, the best 4 individual rankings. Will be able to play in the grand finals for a huge amount of money, and also the top 2 teams out of 4.
Lovely little switch up from Samara there, choosing to do a soft block down the line. Sometimes in the women's game, a soft block can be very effective, killing the pace. Well, she didn't kill the pace there at all. That was full action. Arm extending forward, lovely little motion. Choosing to play into the Feng forehand.
Fighting harder to get her forehand in there is the Romanian. Much better. When you get fired up, normally then the adrenaline is heightened and you start to move your feet better. It doesn't matter how fired up you get though, when someone gets a horrible edge like that.
Samara seeing that before the referee did. These are how clever these players are, observant.
7-5.
To play at her best, Samara does need to be pumped up. She plays with a lot of aggression, a lot of fight. Of course, she's also on the team for Romania with fellow Bernadette Sox, a fellow T2 teammate. Both of them so fiery, the whole Romanian team really, always a fiery team.
Good footwork from Feng Tianwei, managing to manoeuvre right round the ball.
Samara, that serve does really set her up. A little bit of side spin. Feng not really reading it, popping it up half long. A little bit of a set play there. She knows it's going to steer back to her backhand. She'll get in.
Wow, worrying times now for Feng Tianwei. I think she needs to look back at 2010 when she was playing at her best. Reached 2 in the world back then. And that was after Singapore defeated China in the final of the World Championships. That's better though. Nice flick out, no doubt, no indecision.
Samara cleverly changing her service there, not going for her reverse serve, choosing to come underneath the ball, pendulum style, getting a little bit more backspin, a little bit more purchase. Shibaev just on the ear of Michael Mayes saying, we need to do more here, we need to change the tactics. course, Shibaev will feel like he's done his work for the team, adding a lovely 3 points against England's Paul Drinkhall. So he's trying to urge Feng over the line here, trying to match back to 10-all for sudden death.
Would you believe it? Side and topspin didn't want to flick out. So we're at sudden death point here. Whoever wins this one is going to take a point individually and for the team. Oh, there it is! Elizabeth Samara ripping that forehand into the wide forehand of Feng Tianwei.
Cleverly using that pendulum serve again, knowing Feng will not flick it out at all. She dumped that one in the net before. She played safe. She played a little bit higher, letting Samara come in, attacking. Confirmation there. 2-0 for the Romanian, adding 2 lovely little points for Team Rossi, who are now joint back 7 apiece in the overall match.
View there from the stands. Invite only to get into Pinewood Studios for this week and for every week. You can't just knock on the door here and say, "Can I come in?" None of that. So here we go. It's Feng Tianwei with a different view from the other side of the table, as we see the T-Bar sponsorship in the background.
Oh, well, she'll take that. Now, if I was Feng, I wouldn't be pushing right out onto the angle. Samara is very comfortable there, choosing to spin on the forehand. She can create the angle herself, making it very difficult for Feng.
Nice and proactive there. Time for the Singaporean to focus right in. We've only got just over 10 minutes to go out of this 24, so the time is running out thick and fast. Been getting plenty of change out of that service. The little side and topspin serve, just running her wrist round the right hand side of the ball. That can be a tough one for left-handers.
Let's 3-all.
For all of you out there wondering, every time you see the T2 logo, where did it come from? Well, the original concept was T squared for TT, but of course for branding purposes it didn't really look that well on the t-shirts, so they switched to 2T. It didn't really stand out. T2 was the one chosen. Really works here. You can see it branded on the umpire's desk, lit up brightly in the colours. The team really have done well there, the PR team.
Even us sitting here in our wonderful commentary position, we've got our fancy T2 polo shirts as well, and they've been well worn this week. And we get back to the action though. 7-all, Mays and Rossi. And 6-3 to Feng Tianwei in this set.
Lovely little play there from Samara. The first receive, just cushioning around the outside of the ball, trying to get Feng a little bit wide, probably trying to open up the rest of the table.
It's really good the way that Samara is able to manipulate that ball, just feed it out into the wide forehand of Feng.
5-6.
Much better when these players can maneuver the ball around, keep their opponent guessing.
Net. 5-6.
That was just a world-class reloop though from the Singaporean player.
Look at that, Michael Mays walking over basically past the umpire's desk to his player. Shibaev on pursuit as well. Really pushing Feng over the line here. Well, trying to at least.
7-5.
So much team spirit in the T2 cavern. This is interesting though. The match sitting at 7-7. Team Mays ran away with it last time, winning 15-9. Still a couple more matches left though. Still a lot to prove.
5-9.
Roskov just a little bit unhappy there, getting into too many open rallies. He's talking to Jadina Pota at the minute, saying she needs to serve more side topspin serves to get in.
6-9.
Too much open rallies. Says he needs to shut down Feng straight away.
Okay, a little bit of momentum in the Romanians' racket.
Coaches here have the opportunity as a second look. There's a huge T2 TV on the upside of the hall. Instant replay, so the coaches can have a second look at what the player has done wrong or done right.
What a wonderful rally there. Both players going at each other, loop to loop. Occasional little hold in there as well. Unlucky there to miss that final shot.
Roskov even giving Feng a little bit of a thumbs up.
Wow, that was the Harimoto flat punch that we've seen in this afternoon's game.
8-10.
Look at what that means to her. First point on the board in the fourth set. A big chole.
And linking again. Serve to first backhand. It's been so much better than it was yesterday.
Looking straight to Roskov there, knowing she could have got that.
Just as well she pulled out of that shot, because we might have lost a finger, we might have lost a nail, and we might have been away to hospital. So with 3 minutes and 40 remaining, it's intriguing this, because if Feng Tianwei was to be ahead, it would finish 2-all, and nobody would be walking away with that fat $1,000 in their bank account.
Not a bad little money for only 24 minutes. One match a day. Chance of $1,000 per day. Not bad at all. Oh, that was a deep choke from the Samara gut.
Still surprised that Feng Tianwei is playing so many of her receives to the stronger Samara wing. You would have thought that Mays would have relayed a little bit of information there, saying no, let's change that over to the other wing.
Oh, a little bit of a wet racket there, a little bit of condensation. You see Samara mimicking the word wet. Not happy there.
That's much better play there, working against the spin on the serve and then playing another 2 or 3 shots. At this level, never expect 1 or 2 good shots to be enough.
Oh, look at that, Samara choosing to step into the middle. She will play another backhand. She's so comfortable there. Look at this. I'll play a backhand and I'll play from the middle as well.
Let's 5-4.
Time is rapidly decreasing.
4-6.
Trying to pick up a point here against service will be key to try and stay ahead.
And whoever's ahead will cut short when the buzzer goes off, and that will be a point for their team.
5-6.
Roskopf there just leaning back. Felt that miss. He really does play every point with his player.
Unforced error from the Feng racket, and look at that. Drinkhall is out onto the Taraflex.
This team has so much team spirit.
7-5.
Lovely to see. Look at that, 4-hand winners, 25-22 in view for Feng. I suppose the backhand winners will be more for Samara.
What a wonderful shot that was, the way she was able to just caress round the side of the ball. And surely that is that.
She's definitely one of the few women in the world that has able to put that much fade and that much spin in the ball. She's so deceptive. Oh, look, Freddie the Fly's back again.
6-8.
I think Samara will be going for a wee walk.
Winning told her to play though.
And there it is. That is a huge win for Elisabetta Samara. She really must appreciate that. Look at that. Delight from Pota, Drinkhall, and from Roskopf.
That result means that the match is tied 8-8. Team Rossi in a really good position here, just over halfway with 2 more matches to come. I'm sure you figured out that there's only 2 men left. Germany's Timo Boll, the legend himself, versus up-and-coming Wang from China.
Interesting stats there. A lot of the stats relatively close, which was a surprise considering Samara was ahead. Now let's sit back again and appreciate some of the quality highlights. So it was nice to see Samara coming out of the blocks and playing the way that she did in 2015 to win the European Championships. And it was a thoroughly deserved and hard-fought victory for the Romanian, beating Feng Tianwei, the Singaporean, 3-1.
Welcome back. Elisabetta right now is with me. Elisabetta, congratulations. Really, from the very beginning, you started off well and you kept the momentum going, didn't you?
Finally, my time is here and arrived, so I'm happy with my winning, and hopefully we'll manage to win this night.
All right. And also one more fixture to go on Friday. What are you looking forward to most?
I play better, so I hope I will win also. We will see.
All right. Best of luck. Thank you, Elisabetta. All right, stick around. When we come back, Game 5. Welcome back. Game 5 to unfold between Wang Chuqin and also Timo Boll. And let's do the coin toss. Timo, your choice.
Black for me.
Black for you. There you go.
I serve.
Serve. Okay. Game 5.
So we've had 4 fantastic matches that have unfolded before our eyes this evening. And that last match with Elisabetta Samara and Feng Tianwei was another cracker. The Romanian pushing through 3 sets to 1. And let's see what happens this time.
Germany's Timo Boll, of course, won the 2017 Korea Open. Really in top form here as he steps into the T2 cavern. Should be an interesting matchup here.
And Wang Chuqin, only 17 years of age. So we've got some thumping music here, and we have Chi Wai Fat of Malaysia, who's back in the refereeing seat for this one.
First game, Boll to serve, love all.
So it's Timo Boll to get us underway in the 5th match of this evening.
Straight away, no fear there from the young Chinese, going straight in for the attacking flick.
Love to.
Reverse long serve, executes that with such ease, does Timo.
Now, Wang Chuqin was practicing this morning with England's Paul Drinkhall. He'll be used to taking that ball super early. Of course, some extra multi-ball with Jorg Roskopf didn't help either.
And we were mentioning earlier about those cheeky cupcakes. Wang Chuqin might have devoured one of those. So let's see if that little sugar rush is going to help or hinder.
3-2.
Nice solid start for both men here. Timo, one of the top 8 in the world, being as high as 1. A real heavyweight of the game.
Well, choosing to penetrate the Timo backhand. Not many players would choose to go there. Although, where do you play on Timo's level? Well, definitely took that from Paul this morning. Really impressive stuff here from the young man. Taking that ball super early. Timo just disappearing a little bit too far from the table. We don't often see that from him.
Wonderful reverse serve there from Timo. I had the pleasure of playing against Timo at the World Championships earlier this year.
How did that go then, Gavin?
That was a tough one. Just a much higher level and so much happening in the game. It's very difficult when you're playing someone like Timo. There's different levels of spin, trajectories over the net as well.
Really, if he's doing a forehand serve there, he should be looking to get in with his forehand. Ball drifting slightly to the middle, chose to stand over and play a backhand. Strange for a Chinese athlete. Oh, he's going to hit that ball all day in his sleep. Choosing to put his left foot in a little bit. There we go. Really extending, really rotating out. Impressive angle. Well, Chukin, if you can do that, I can do that too. Timo Boll just playing a similar shot, playing out wide, bending the ball.
Unusual to see Boll playing right on someone's wing there. So here we go. That's 7 points all, and that's already 4 minutes gone.
Well, this is interesting though. We know there's not that many left-handers at the top level of the game, only a handful. So when they get to play each other, it's always very interesting how they deal with it. Look how early he's taking that, folks. If he comes through this match, this will be the win of his life.
It's a perfect example there of the new plastic ball not really gaining the spin that the old celluloid ball did.
Not fully clean, that ball, but Timo was nowhere near it regardless. If it had been clean.
Racket so noticeably high from the German. Just able to then pick the flight of the ball so much easier. Big service sequence now for Wang.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look how early he takes that ball. Fully rotating, standing in. Paul Drinkhall up off the bench, up on his feet, applauding that impressive display. Really is wonderful how Team Rossi have welcomed Wang Chukin. He is new this round. Now that's full team spirit.
I suppose when you're playing someone as good as Timo Boll, it's quite interesting to have Dmitry Ovtcharov there passing on some words of wisdom. How many times has he had some incredible tussles with his German compatriot?
Well, of course, everyone knows the recent result in the China Open, where Timo Boll famously had 4 match points, only to lose 12-10 to Ovtcharov. Not many players in the world find Timo's left hip, but Wang Chukin, there we go, found it. I was wondering where it was located. In here, this is amazing.
Love to. Back. Love to.
His level, fully committing to every shot, fully thinking about every shot as well. Not much he can do though when the ball flies past him. This is an impressive display from the youngster.
I thought in table tennis when someone pushes the ball long you have to spin it up. No, that's that theory right out of the water.
I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. We may have another clean winner king in the house in Team Rossi. Paul Drinkhall might be pushed off his pedestal.
He's just served in the net there because of the pressure that's been exerted over the last set and a half.
Can't remember the last time I've seen Timo serve in the net. Really just can't get to grips here with the amount of power and energy coming off the ball from the Wang Chukin racket.
That's a bit more solid from Timo, but look how many shots he needs to play there to just stay in the point.
Looking right in front of me here, Alex Shibaev Shibaev has a hand over his mouth in disbelief at how much Wang Chuqin is dismantling his teammate Timo Boll.
6-3.
How many shocks we've seen over the last day and a half here in southern Malaysia.
This new system really is supporting some of these players. They're getting to grips with it. Some others getting slow to start. Still not taking the full advantage of the quick play. Really needs to step around and play a forehand there. I don't think his backhand is strong away from the table as what his forehand is. Oh, look, tile break with Ovtcharov straight in the court to offer some advice there. Every little bit helps.
And there he is again. Wang, if in doubt, he's pivoting round and playing this really strong and aggressive forehand. Timo needs to really concentrate now.
Now, some of you at home would say, oh well, Timo doesn't look like he's playing that well. Just to remind you, last night, Timo beat Matthias Carlsen 4-1. He's been in perfect condition. This Wang Chuqin is just dismantling him at the moment.
And there he goes again. A little sweep round the ball. And it's another clean winner.
Look at Timo there just asking for a ball quickly.
So let's see what the Chinese player can do now with 4 game points.
Now, this is where experience might come in. Timo is so mentally strong. He will not give up. 10-7 down, he'll keep pushing.
That's a wonderful little long dig off a float serve. Changing it up, did Timo there.
Team Rossi straight in with a timeout. Knows how important this set is. Just feels like his player is losing a little bit of momentum. Trying to win too quickly. We know how good he is in the rallies, so he just needs to calm himself down.
You've got to think here, if you're Wang Chuqin, you've got to throw your racket at one of these and hope that it makes the table. Any of the longer rallies, Timo's going to be in with a shout.
Back 8-10.
Reverse chop. No, we didn't read that from the commentary box. What a wonderful delivery that was.
Confirmation from Timo. Just that, come on.
That is incredible, the double bluff. You serve to one area, why not chuck that in again? And if you're 8 in the world and you think like that, that's the difference.
No.
But now, sudden death. Here we go. Would you believe it? The hands from Wang Chuqin. How did he manage to put that ball? High fives all round.
Look at the team, look at the bench. Smiles around, a wry little smile from Timo. He knows how good that was. How did he get that back? It was unbelievable. The team's still on their feet in the Team Rossi camp, looking at the replay, all laughing, all smiling. This is the best position they've been in all tournament.
We had an absolute belter of a drop shot earlier on from Tomokazu Haramoto, but I think that one even tops it.
How did he get that back off the net? A few seniors in the world don't have that hand feeling. Crazy talent kicking through this T2 cavern.
Good game.
Even more crazy, he could still belong in the T2 juniors.
Well, I hope Chris Duran of England was watching that one, because he would have appreciated the little bit of feeling that's going on here in the T2 cavern.
Oh, Timo out of the blocks here. Looking, give me that ball, mate. Want to get on with it. He'll be a little bit annoyed with the last match, the last game. 10-0, 10-6 down. So mentally strong, the German.
Love to.
Now, we have seen this before in table tennis. Someone wins a tight set, goes 2-0 up, and then loses focus, loses the third set pretty quickly. So we'll see if that happens. Look at Timo adopting the stay in. No more drifting back. Still not good enough though. Just can't get the grips and the amount of power the 17-year-old is bearing.
This is really funny because we were watching in the practice hall earlier this morning Wang playing against Paul Drinkhall, and he looked very average there. Drinkhall was getting the better of him. It's amazing here how he's managed to step up and really up his game.
Well, I fully think the cupcake had a lot to do with that. He looked like he was going to pass out after that Drinkhall session this morning. Timo fully attacking the weaker side of Wang Chukin, serving that deceptive long serve into the backhand. Wang just hasn't got to grips with it. Maybe he should start turning, but of course we all know that little serve can also go short forehand. Teams here really enjoying this, talking team to team. Ovtcharov sharing a few words with Shibaev, laughing and joking. This is what it's all about. Timo's so vocal there. Really wants to get to grips with this match. And the lead, 6 points to 2.
Play.
Finding a way back is Timo. Reverse serves into the short forehand or right into the long backhand. Keep your opponent guessing.
Well, he's not currently number 6 in the world for nothing. If he can't claw his way back from 2-0 down. Look at that, staying about 1.5 meters closer to the table. Trying to play right over the ball, trying to kick back, shut Wang's power against him.
So it's Timo that opens up a 6-point lead. Very deserving of this lead in this set. And this is all stemmed from strong service placement.
Shine Kuhn will be watching on at home, thinking, well, could I do that against Timo? Thank you, Wang Chukin, for stepping in as my replacement.
Wonderful technical ability again. The hours that he's put in back home on that practice ground.
A little bit of a nod from Ovtcharov there, going, yeah, that was okay, I suppose.
So this is interesting, the way this is going to pan out. We see a wonderful slow-mo there of Timo winning that final point in the set.
See a little wedding ring there on Timo's finger. His wife and his little daughter have been here with him.
Come on.
Really is nice to have his family beside him. Of course, he travels the world, so anytime he gets to spend it with his little daughter, I'm sure both they enjoy it.
So here we go, Wang Chukin and Timo Boll. We're back in.
Oh, Timo looking like a little bit of aggression there, kicking through. We're not used to that.
Wonderful play again from Wang. He really is. There's no hesitation. He's going for his shots. That's the way he has to play. Timo has the superior touch around the net, so he's got to throw his racket at shots. Just like that one, again and again, throwing the racket through the ball with beautiful technique.
Just taking a little, Timo a little bit aggravated there. Wang Chukin taking too long, trying to wipe his racket off.
Warning, yeah, time delaying, huh?
This is our first warning.
Love 3.
Timo wants time put back on the clock, rightly so. That's the first little bit of aggression you've seen from Timo. We're not used to that.
Timo in the first week here as well said about the stress levels being raised and heightened because of these rules and regulations here.
Oh, look at that. A big chole against the German legend. And not many would have that bravery to do that. Now, a lot of you have got to think Georg Roskov's tactics. He knows Timo's game very, very well. He is his national coach after all. You gotta believe that Wang Chukin is channeling Roscoff through this.
Love 7.
Frustration here shown from Timo Boll. Timo not happy with the pace of play here. He wants things speeded right up.
That was heavy.
7-2.
A last minute jump of the racket.
More pressure exerted on Timo there. Both players quite fired up at the moment.
Oh, that was heavy again. Look at the wrist action through that serve. Will he do it again? No, opting for the reverse. Interesting here, Timo just staying in, choosing to hold the ball. Feels like he can't really take Wang Chukin on par to par. Needs to play smarter. And of course, the 36-year-old has a lot of experience.
Eight, 5.
15 seconds between points, Mr. Wang. And if Wang was to win a further 2 points here, we might even hit the kill zone.
6-9.
That would be a game, a racy game up to 5 points. And there it is, ladies and gents. We're going to go into a kill zone. Timo is really riled at the moment. He's not happy.
A little shake of the head to Coach Michael Mays there. What can I do? Really struggling here. Pretty surprised, actually, that Wang Chuqin has come out with such bravery, but he's young. He's got no fear. He's 17 years old from China.
First kill zone.
Wang just getting used to the rules there. Stay on the same side.
So we're back. We're in the kill zone. Table tennis bats. No knives. It's all very fair here. So in we come. Timo has the advantage of serving first.
One love.
And it's all guns blazing now from the German.
Guns on show too, and that tight little number. I'm sure a lot of you at home are appreciating the physicality of Timo Boll.
And he's bouncing. And look at Shibaev, Mays, Chen Tianan, and the girls over there. Look at them, they're all up.
Love 3.
Ovtcharov just on his feet here.
It's another wonderful service received from Boll. The way he's managed to bounce back here in the face of adversity. So here we go. 4 game points. And there it is! Timo restores a little bit of respect in the scoring. He was aggravated there. He's still not happy. Normally you'd see him smiling. Very upset with everything that happened there. He's not happy.
Usually he would have a little bit of a laugh and joke there with Jörg Roskopf. Just shook his head at him, walked on. Not usual to see Timo. Oh, well, there's a little wry smile for him now, thinking didn't really do much, but at least he didn't embarrass himself, only losing 3-2.
Confirmation there for us all to see. A 5-0 scoreline in the kill zone, but it was Wang Chuqin that managed to get the 3-2 victory. And very tight, as you'd expect in the stats. A few more winners from the backhand side of Wang.
Just look how early he's taking that ball on his forehand side. So impressive from the 17-year-old.
That was an interesting match all round. What was more intriguing than the match score was the way that Timo seemed to lose his attitude a little bit, and that must have been the shot of the match, that deft touch. But it was a big win for Team Rossi and a 3-2 scoreline for Wang over Timo Boll.
All right, folks, Wang Chuqin of China is with me. Chuqin, congratulations！ 还是祝贺你。今天比赛中，尽管 Q Zone 这个强5没有拿下，但整体比赛中你还是打得很沉着，是不是对这场比赛做了很充分的准备啊？
对，比较充分吧准备，因为昨天自己确实是没发挥好吧，因为对这个规则和这种场地都不太适应吧。然后今晚上积极的调整吧，今天可能发挥的正常一点了。
其实同来自德国的你的教练或者你的可以说是队长啊，罗斯科夫应该是对波尔很了解，你的队友在拼命的为你加油，这是不是对你也起了很大的帮助啊？
对他们都在为我，都在告诉我就是对手的弱点在哪儿吧，然后应该怎么去打，然后发对手的习惯线路这些的东西都在告诉我。
知己知彼 ，Congratulations once again， Wang Chuqin。All right, stick around. Game 6 up next.
After that short little break, nice little match to finish us off for this evening. We've got Cheng versus Yang Haiyun. Now the score currently sits 11-10 in favour of Team Rossi. First time they've really been ahead whole tournament. This should be a really entertaining match to finish with. Of course, Yang Haiyun, not just a single specialist, she did win the 2015 World Mixed Doubles Championship with Xu of China. Cheng too, age 25, really impressive here. Highest ranked was 5, currently ranked number 8, still inside the top 10. Should have a real treat for us, both women attacking style, and of course here is our referee Fat. It's a little bit harsh on the calls. We give a first warning here, so if any of the women step out of line, he'll be sure to call. We're underway here. Yang to serve first.
So a fascinating final match we have in store here. Team May's currently sitting on 10. And Rossi very workmanlike on 11 at the moment, with that huge shock in the previous match with the Chinese man, Wang coming through against Timo Boll.
This should be an interesting one, folks. If Cheng prefers to stay backhand to backhand, you've got to favour Yang Haiyun. But as forehands go, Cheng is the stronger of the two. I'd be looking to play more forehands to forehands, switching early if she can.
Play.
Little bit lucky there, Cheng. Drifting away from the table, playing backhand to backhands isn't going to work. She needs to switch. Yang Haiyun was so detrimental last night, backhand to backhand.
Left. 2-3.
Really athletic, explosive play from Cheng's racket.
Now, if Cheng were to win this, it would mean Team Rossi would walk away with the win. Not many would have thought that, especially the impressive display Michael Mesa's team put last night, winning 21-8 versus Team Pearson.
Just adds to the intrigue of this whole T2 league. So many teams all similarly matched.
This is definitely the most animated I've ever seen in the T2 cavern. The score is still tight. Team Rossi animated. That's what you'd expect from a Jörg Roskopf camp.
Left. 2-6.
Good pressure exerted from the Yang racket there. Wonderfully high on the ball.
A little bit hesitant there, didn't follow through in the racket head. There, that's what we need. Straight switch directly into the Yang forehand. Even bending the ball a little bit there, fading the backhand.
Left.
Oh.
You're taking too long.
Referee Fat, straight on that call. He's been the best referee today by an absolute storm.
So many referees, though, at critical moments in matches have not made the right call. Been far too hesitant, and you can't be like that at this level.
A little bit of luck there favouring Yang, but she's still 5 points down. Well, I said not to go backhand to backhand, but I didn't say not to go forehand to backhand. When you've got power like that, you need to use it. Right idea though, that was a good miss. Just didn't get the acceleration on the racket.
Still 5 game points for Cheng.
A little bit of movement there from Team Rossi bench. Ovtcharov signalling that he can smell victory.
Well, that's better though from Yang. You would always fancy her in backhand to backhand exchanges, but everywhere else it's going to be difficult.
Cheng knows that, switching after the first backhand. But in fairness to Yang, she knows her limitations on her forehand side, doesn't overhit usually, just usually playing the ball back on the table as we've seen there.
So very strong display from Team Rossi this evening as they stretch ahead 12 to 10. Nobody would have seen this coming, and now it's in Cheng's hands to extend the lead and give them a chance. We have a rest day tomorrow, and then we'll be back out again on Saturday.
Oh, hold on. Referee Fat said sorry just before she served, interrupting her rhythm.
Just a moment of hesitation. 15 seconds between points.
It's a let. Because I'm not ready. Sorry. Okay.
Referee just indicating he wasn't ready.
Ovtcharov not happy there, saying time should be added back on.
There's been a lot of controversy tonight, but what's great about that is it fires up the players. It gets the adrenaline kicked right in.
Well, Gavin, you've had a few decisions against you. I suppose it helps you get fired up as well.
Yeah, there's always been a few howlers. I remember back to a World Championship when I hadn't been faulted at all for 4 sets, and then suddenly 2 serves in a row at the start of the 5th set against Kanak Ja of USA. But that worked in my favour. I got fired up and got right back into the game. But it's amazing how sometimes the officials come in at the wrong moments of matches.
Look at that lovely little forehand action from Cheng. Really using the whole body there, rotating fully into the ball.
Learning from Paul Drinkhall there. She's been practicing with him this week, learning to get that little switch up the line that he is so famously respected for.
Lovely little backhand spin up there. Really effective in the women's game. If you can get a little bit extra spin, bluffing it slightly, a little bit higher. We don't see that much variation sometimes. Excellent to see.
Nothing wrong occasionally with hoisting the ball up into the cobwebs. And that's a nice winner from the Yang racket. There's not too many times in the match. You'll see her rotate well and execute some big forehands.
There's 2 in a row if you've ever seen it. Really, really played well there. Cushioned over the ball, used Cheng's power against her, cushioned the spin, just pushing the arm in front of her. Important to keep the racket ahead of you.
Wonderful over the table top spin from Cheng.
Timo just walked back into the hole here. Lovely to see that top players at this level take their time to cool down. A lot of players just don't bother. These athletes take it seriously.
It's those backhand to backhand exchanges. That's what Yang wants. She's wanting to get right into the thick of things here. Really quick exchanges from both players. Wonderful there, look at that. Rat-a-tat-tat, brilliant. And that's unusual, but great play from Yang, just being able to switch up the line. We've not seen enough of that from her racket in this first set and a half.
See a lovely little camera angle there. Our cameraman moving into the court, but not in a great position though. Could get a bat in the face.
7-6.
Well, that's why he's cleared off. I think he could smell danger. And there we go, Cheng right over the bounce, taking that ball almost on the volley, it was so early.
Michael Mears has a wee bit of a smile there. Not much he can do from the sidelines.
Lane 6-8.
Very solid in that backhand corner is Yang, and you've got to give her credit for sticking right in to this match. It really is game on. That's the way, isn't it? Take it early.
Gotta take it early in the women's game. Cheng did the right thing though, switching to the Yang forehand. But she's done that a lot now. Yang just getting a little bit used to the rhythm.
Less than 12 minutes left. This fascinating last encounter. Backhand to backhand to backhand until the cows came home. The cows did come home and someone came in and hit a big, big backhand into the middle. Well done.
Really is lovely to see here the men on their feet for this women's game. Don't see much crossover here. Usually it's women's and men's teams, never mixed. So it's lovely to see some support here. Oh, stamp out the foot from Ovtcharov. Really thought you had that one.
Shibaev up on his feet, but he's never sitting down.
Michael Mears in the court too. Really have on-hand coaches here.
So back to the action. Points one on serve. More for Cheng. Wonderful, right off the bounce. Such good posture there from Yang. Strength in both quad muscles.
Credit to Cheng though, she tried to mix the pace. Tried to play slow, then quick. Just didn't get the right footing in the last forehand.
And there it is. Yang Haiyun battling qualities again, managing to just stick in there. Michael May's absolutely delighted with his player.
Oh, look there. Alex Shibaev offering his 2 pence worth, giving Yang a little bit of support. Of course, Shibaev was Yang's practice partner earlier. That's why she's playing so well here in the second set. All credit to the pair of them.
And now that we've completed 2 games, we swap round. Both players now getting a different look at the wonderful cavern.
Just not fully rotating there. Cheng played into the middle. It's a little bit robotic from Yang Haiyun, playing more up and less turn.
Yang did really well there because she was a little bit exposed wide to the forehand and did well to recover back to the middle of the table. Wonderful wide shot there. Some players are back, especially Juicy Hook earlier in the day, chiseling from right at the back of the court.
Of course, if you want, and if you've missed the action from earlier, all the matches are still on T2 APXC's YouTube channel. Please go on there, follow up on any action you've missed.
You wouldn't dare miss any of this. And it's Yang that's managed to get in the lead for the first time.
3-2.
Even though she missed that, it's a clever little play from Yang, deliberately serving a little bit half long to the Cheng backhand, hoping that she'll open up slow into the backhand corner so she can get straight into a backhand-to-backhand rally.
Needs a clear head now as she thinks about what serve and what placement she's going to use.
Cheng really needs to switch it up here, playing too many backhand-to-backhands. She's not favourite there.
It's important when you're worried about a certain pattern in play that you go with a certain serve that you can trust.
Injected a little bit of last-minute pace there. If she's going to play to the backhand of Yang, needs to be powerful, needs to be spinny. Can't afford to let it sit up halfway on the table. That's where Yang's forehand starts to fall apart. Okay in the first open up, semi-okay in the second open up. But if she's made to move, she's got zero rotation on the wide forehand.
Lovely rotation on that first ball. She was then set for the 5th shot in the rally. Let's all just keep an eye on that clock as well. That's what's so intriguing about this T2 Asia Pacific League.
Well, if you're going to go to the Yang backhand, like we've said, you've got to drill it there. She must have got that from Paul Drinkhall earlier in their practice session.
You fancy Yang Haiyun all day in those exchanges. Now, why would Cheng not change that?
Yang's being a little bit clever here, not directly switching to the forehand, choosing to play just inside the middle line in the backhand. These little changes are crucial in the middle of the point.
And another squeaky little point there. It's important just to keep the scoreboard moving at this critical stage in game 3.
I'll say it once and I'll say it again, do not play soft to the Yang backhand. Sitting the ball up half long there, Yang was able to step her right foot in and bury that ball. Lovely little camera angle here, but it was in a bad way earlier. John Jahi nearly went smack bang into it.
It's a better service delivery from Chen.
I've never seen the Team Rossi bench look so nervous. Knees are wobbling, hands are fidgeting.
That was the right play. As soon as Yang pivots and plays one, trying to go to the wide forehand. Why would you want to play backhand to backhand when it's not in your interest to do so? You've got to start thinking clearly. Yang Haiyun, 10-7, 3 game points.
There we go, there's confirmation finally when Cheng Yiqing plays into the middle table of the forehand of Yang. She wins directly. Now, why hasn't she implemented this throughout the set? I don't know. Surprisingly, Igor Groskov may be telling her this, may not be. It'll be interesting to find out though.
But there we go. Yang pulls the trigger on a forehand, launches herself into a 2-1 lead. It's good table tennis all round, isn't it?
Absolutely, but with the clock ticking down, only 3 minutes and 18 seconds to go, the match sits at 12 all. This will probably be the last game. Winner takes all in the T2 Cavern.
This is what's been so fascinating about the afternoon session and now into the evening session. You can play 6 high-level matches and we get right down to the last game of the last match. That's what the T2 Cavern is all about. We're in here to watch high-quality table tennis. It's drama, and here we go.
Yang has a little bit of spirit here. I've never seen her play as many forehands, never seen her turn in the backhand in my life.
It's amazing what adrenaline can do.
Well, it's made her turn her hip.
Table tennis of the highest order here between both players. Yang is really upping the level. We've only got less than 2 minutes left. Shouting the house down is Yang and her very knowledgeable bench.
Timeout called here. I think a little bit too late from the Team Rossi camp though. A 3-0 deficit with only a minute and a half to go. I would have called it earlier.
Yeah, try.
Wonderful slow-mo shots there of Wang in full flow, in fine fettle. Getting that voice oiled. Backhand winners. Yang, of course, 17-13, and that's why Cheng needs to switch down the forehand wing, ladies and gents. But you don't switch down the forehand wing with no momentum. That was a soft, nothing ball.
Didn't help either that I was right on the corner. Perfect for the Yang racket. First point on board here. Will Team Rossi have enough time to reverse this? Maybe, that's the answer. 4-2. Oh, Timo, look at him. He was interested, complaining earlier about Wang Chu-kin taking a lot of time. He just told Yang Hyun to slow down. Bit of a hypocrite there, really.
Timo is still riled. It's amazing. One of the nicest guys in the sport is really, really fiery, and he's up and he's making sure that he relays the message to Michael Mays.
Back and play. Forehand, come. Try, come.
Really interesting here. Look, both teams on their feet. Lovely little shot of our audience as well. They've been loving this action.
44 seconds remain.
Oh, it's getting big here. Michael May is thinking, oh, should I have called that timeout? It broke my player's rhythm.
Oh, and the ball just rolling over the net.
Michael and Shibaev saying, slow down. Slow it down, Yang. Surely that's over now. Only 9 seconds to go. Doesn't have enough time for 2 points.
And there it is! Yang Hyun, it's incredible how she managed to win that game. Great spirit, great fight.
Ovtcharov there just collapsing on the bench. Really felt like the team had that.
Congratulations all round. Timo must have been delighted with that, in a sense, sort of getting his own back.
What a spirited fight from Yang though. Really did turn the tables on Cheng Yi-ching. Really looked the favourite Cheng Yi-ching in the opening stages. Won the first game 11-6. Then just lost momentum. The next 3 sets going to Yang, meaning Michael Mays' team walk away with that victory, 13-12. Here's some little bit of statistics for you. Not surprising, 19 backhand winners for Yang Hyun, but even more surprising, 16-12 forehand winners in favour of Yang Hyun. We're not used to seeing that stat.
It's amazing what happens when the adrenaline kicks in. Let's really watch some of the final highlights that we're going to have this evening before we settle down. We have a little break tomorrow and then we race back into the cavern on Saturday for some more action-packed table tennis. It's been a wonderful day's play. A couple of the teams this morning put on an absolute thriller, and then we came back this evening and it was a really strong 13 games to 12 win for Team Mays. And hope that you're going to join us in a couple of days' time for more.
All right, welcome back. Team Mays captain, Michael, you must be pleased with your players' performance today. A brilliant job done.
Yeah, I mean, they were fighting good today. I think they didn't play at the top level, as I know they can do, but they were fighting very good, and we had a very good team spirit in our team. So we were behind today. Yesterday we were leading and we were playing fantastic. Today was a little bit struggle, but we came through with a close win.
Indeed, a close win is a win, really. And looking ahead on Saturday, still a lot to look forward to, I guess.
yeah, of course, it would be nice with a day off tomorrow for the players, so they can rest and gain some energy for Saturday.
Michael, congratulations. All right, and that wraps up today's action completely. Let's check out the standings after today's action from the men's side. Leaders board is as follows. Shibaev is taking the lead right now, and Chen is the second, and this is the second half of the men's leaders board. Let's get to the women's side now. Sun Yinsha of China is still leading. Of course, she is replacing Wu Yang right now, and Wang Meisha is the second, and this is the second half of the 6 players. Now let's check out the team standings as well. And as of right now, Team Maize with today's victory is taking the lead. All right, congratulations to Team Maize. And let's check out the fixtures of the action from today. Well, as mentioned, actually, this is the result from the action today, both sessions, afternoon and evening. Of course, evening session, Team Maize edged out Team Rossi 13-12. Saturday, as we mentioned, we also have a lot to look forward to. 2 fixtures to perform, and with Team Rossi taking on Team Prison and Team JJ facing off Team Maize. Wow, another action-packed day. All right, and that wraps up today's action of day 2. As I mentioned, day 2 still has 1 more to go. That is on Saturday with 2 more fixtures to unfold. And once again, folks, thanks a lot for being with us. And hopefully you can join us on Saturday. And that will wrap up today's action. Thank you once again very much indeed. Take care. Good night.